They said Killer said,
damn, there you go.
He's pass freaking. He's taking Cardin to get his
I leave him past sleeping. Last weekend, I took Cardin to get his ass eaten.
He took Cardin to get his cake eaten. Cardin, please call up. Let us know. Where did Cam take you to get your cake eaten? So he said.
They said that the killer said, damn, he's past freaking, he's taking Cardin to get his. I left him sleeping last weekend. I took him to get his ass taken to get his cake in. Please call up and let us know where Kim took you for the showcase. He claimed to have taken me shopping, but I'm not sure what's going on. I need to take a break. He claimed to be passionate. To get his case, he is going to take the car. In the shop, I say, oh my God. I'm currently on the phone with someone. Cam has some questionable lyrics that I would like to discuss. Thus, I would like to clear things up with him. You know, he asked me questions yesterday. I thought as I browsed the archive. See, I saw a discount when I walked to Mase 35th Street. I have a question for you. What did you mean? So I invited a friend of mine. Could you put him on, Nick? Indeed. Murder. I'm simply curious. Hey Carter, how are you? You guys are attempting to adore you. YRC Love Productions and Love Management attempting to imprison me, man? What's going on? My goodness. What's going on, Cody? How are you doing, dude? I'm fine, dude. I have finally resolved this issue, dude. You are a part of the lyrics CI and you are familiar with it. For this, I wasn't present. You, Kim, and I weren't talking at the time. However, the song's lyrics state that it took you some time to eat. So, man, I'd like to know. Not because I want to know, but is there anything that needs to be clarified? No. That was undoubtedly a true story-based lyric about boys. Wait a minute. Hold on, man. Hold on. Timeout is appropriate. Hey, this is crazy, dude. You have the floor based on a true story that never happened. That was not the case. However, Killer led me to, you know what I mean? And had a nice evening after getting straight with a joint. However, that doesn't actually happen. Where did it take you? Brought you to this point. You might as well express it. Killer and I were once together. You are familiar with BBO. Come on, really. We are from that era. But where did he take you? You said, yeah, BBO standing Killer was. You know the BBO. For the record, BBO stands for Ben and D over. I don't know what that means. Clarification. I'm glad I lived in the Bronx. I think Killer lived there at the time. You know, he brought something over, and I got right everything, but that ain't happening, but she was doing something wild with the bottle, with the kind, yeah. Yes. The fact that the ass didn't happen is one thing you need to figure out. Yes. Man, thank you. Crazy. Hey, buddy, that's not what you told me. Well, I plan to ask you a few things regarding sports, but a lot of people had inquired about yesterday's interview because Mase brought that up. Mase said, you went and you got a question. Question? You've got a question. What was that about? Why would you come over to get me to come to this Harlem, man? When I went to Mase 35th Street, I saw a deal. Yo, and we're going to clear that story up because I told Killer, I said, yo, this is Killer? Yo, had a pink drink, but we were beefing, Killer remarked as we were beeping. I said, hey Killer, you got to see this. It's all bear and war. There is in the house. It was mentioned in the comments. The murder of you. Why did you require verification? Hello, Cam. For that one, I wasn't present. He entered. I answered, listen, I ain't seen nobody need that before. As we were speaking to Sean when we arrived yesterday, he said that it might have been for the girls. It was intended for women. We thought, we don't come from that. Thus, it was simply absurd to witness. I had no idea why they needed it. However, that might have been for the gals. That's not where we come from. What do you mean? I am aware that they currently hold the rose. No, but pay attention. No, it's not funny since Mason was correct when I said, I don't know what Mason was down there, during a public altercation with him. It's humorous then. I'm delighted you mentioned that we will clarify it since I won't lie. We went down there, and as you mentioned, Sean, whatever the pros are for the girl now, this is 97, like 97 is like, or 96, like, yo yeah, fresh out of a lie, I may say. You see this? I said going on, he said. May say exactly this. He said, I don't know if it does bees over here, but he said it does have them. Over here, but I don't. Oh, that's exactly what you said, man. I didn't mean to interrupt, but I felt it was a good idea to let you know if I noticed anything. Yes, that is absurd. That's the problem. I didn't know. However, Cardi is correct. I wasn't that person. Why did Mix need confirmation? Is one of the responses. What's the deal with that? Yes, put my hand there. First and foremost, let's be really clear for the individuals in the audience. Indeed. Cardan, are you talking about? Indeed. Are you acquainted with Cardan? Okay, that's great. I want to be clear because of this. It was Mase Cardan. Mase boarded, and he took Cardan and me with him. At one point, I thought Cardan was superior to both Ree and me, and Mase had him there, and it was me. I'm not saying that Cardan and I were rivals. We were sort of under Mase's umbrella because Cardan was about 15 years old when Mase was probably 20 or 21 years old, and he was like the young sensation. If you go to YouTube and type in Mase Cam and Cardan, a lot of radio freestyles appear. We used to rap together and we kind of all did our own thing musically, but we were under Mase's umbrella and shouted out to Kuda as well just to give the audience some context because they're like, wait a minute, who is Cardan and where did it come from? They like Cartier because, as you can see, he still looks young. He is now elderly as well. Not old, that is. Don't pretend that I had a CN in the entire house with me when I was 9 years old. He was old enough. He was undoubtedly old. I was old enough. He was old. Thus, that was also my brother. Just to give you an idea of where this is coming from. Indeed, that was a lyric. However, Carter and I went to get some hoes and did our thing when Mase left us because he wanted to go be trying to shame us for having a, he's trying to take that lyric to the lyric was crazy because I'm just doing my job as a journalist. He asked me some questions yesterday, When you guys did that joint, I thought I would return the favor. You guys had some of my joints like words like that when you performed that. I'm not aware of that. Nope, that's a lyric, bro, I say. This dude is. What's going on, Cam? How are you doing, dude? For now, you have more. Take a moment. I have some time. Do you think I'll let it go today? You must call him and clear his name DM. I apologize. Oh, Card says, look, we got our suck too. Take a moment. However, Card, I must first clear my name, and state that the story was untrue. Cardi DM'd me and said, man, trouble. Yes, dude. What about its wildness? Hey, it's crazy. What's your club like these days? Will you be visiting the club? Mase had a bar, which is why I was inquiring. I didn't know because I was unaware of it when we went to the club together. I assumed we were simply heading to the club together. He remarked, why you standing on the wall hanging on your boss? I didn't know what he was looking at when we used to club, so that's why I asked. I thought we would start dancing as soon as we entered. They were standing on the wall with their hands on their balls, but I never noticed. I was just curious about your club experiences. Could you provide more details such as attending this? No, unless your scoreboard is subpar. You have a bad scoreboard, and as of yesterday the score was 2-2. I realize that you're a genius, bro. I am aware that many people are attempting to understand what's happening. Man, you see people standing on the wall with their hands on their balls when you enter a club. You guys have no idea about that. Lighting up the narcotics and behaving like a drug dog. I wanted to know what the club was like. These days, life is like this. Not in that manner. All right. Not too awful. I was simply terrible. If not, I'll know tomorrow. I just had a question. The absurd thing is that I didn't even get a call about it yesterday after work. Yes. When your song started playing while I was driving, I thought to myself, wait till tomorrow. It was random. I didn't mean to start it that way, and I was wondering if I would allow them to win today. I know I got some doing yesterday. It was good. Look, we got witnesses and anything from yesterday. They had to clear their name. There is an entire trial behind that. Carter, I apologize. I have no idea what you're going through, but according to Murder, he wants to say, all types of I'm not sure. It's crazy that I assumed it was just boss. It's a true story, Cardi. I responded, yeah, come on, Cardi. These days is too thin. However, I apologize for it. Everything is fine. You are a natural, you are who you are. Comes naturally to you. I'm not crazy. Did we begin in this manner? Take a moment. Bang, bang. Today I agree with it. Say nothing more. Come on, come on. You mentioned that you did it with me if you'd like to. It wasn't with you that I did it. However, I was murdered is the most bizarre sentence I've ever heard in a rap song. I wasn't forced to pray by P. What's that all about? What's that all about? What's that? I was killed. I'm returning your record. Your debut record. I wasn't that person. It was unrelated to that. There were a lot of quotables in there. I have nothing to do with it, but I'm telling you that you are aware of the current situation. You were therefore having a good time. Did you attend a party? No, I wasn't having a party. All right. Okay. However, I can tell what kind of time we are looking for today. All right. You know what's absurd about what you just said? Today I am traveling to work. I was listening to some of your music when you said, I bug out and bust off in a huff. After I started something. What? I'll do them if you bring your crew. Hey, where's my phone? I need you to return to it. He's returned to that. He hasn't yet learned anything. That's challenging, boy. I am aware. Take a moment. I'm like, I'm off, and I know the lyrics are off, and I'm bugged by what they're talking about. Bring in your team. I'm carrying them out. However, the verse is challenging. Strong poetry. I suppose we'll proceed from there. Nothing to say. All right. Man, I'm so happy that we are both back in the studio. I'm glad to see you. Yes, dude. What's happening? I listened to the song yesterday, so you now have an explanation. I believed the third verse to be capped. Look, I suspected they were lying, so I knew it. The third verse must be me. It has to do with the song 312. Then he remarked, she licked ice down my butt cheeks. She began to sway. I burst out laughing. But my brother buddy 6 million records in 1996, I say. What's happening today? You tell me. I have a query for you. Yes, I am aware that you do. You do realize that I'm scrolling through whatever you're scrolling through? Speak up if you have anything to say. No, I'm waiting for you right now. I have nothing to say. What have you got to say? I have nothing to say. All right. Now let's discuss the Celtics. I'll make a statement. Don Q. Yes. Hey Boogie, Don Q told me to ask you how to bridge. Yes. When you state it, you can come if you want to. What did you mean? I will still desire you. John instructed me to find out exactly what you meant by. I didn't write that right there. All right. All I was doing was conveying the message. You instructed me to find out what you meant by that specific line. It was still a girl who said she wanted to come. You must. Do you want to know what Ohio wants to know? What does Ohio want to know right now? Ohio? Why, some jerk. Man, I work for the state just as much as you do. Man, you guys. Get this information. No, because you mentioned how adorable it was. How adorable. I received a list from him. So feel free to go if you want to. I'm going to pick a battle. You do it to these cats for a large amount, he added, and he wanted to know what you meant. I received a lot of you from the dog. You're a fan though, because you know what's crazy? I mean, I'm like, yo, because I know the songs, but when you're a lyricist and we're like, you know, we're sitting in here listening to Mobb Deep in boot camp. Click on all these people because I was young when they came out, so they were kind of young when we came out, so well, when he's sending me, I'd be like, yo, what song was that? I am familiar with the song's words, but I can't remember 112, since you need to know all the details. However, he is an incredible fan of Mase. He also wants you to know. He's still a Bronx move, right? He adores this earth. Don't put your trust in hybrids. He added, I got about 3 more, but we'll save that for later. Yes, I received a few messages from them. Go get your ass and ride right past Jake, he urged. What did you mean? It really doesn't get any clearer than that. By that, what did you mean? When you were penning all these lyrics, how did you feel? Whoa, dude. Man, I have no response to it. I have no idea what song that is, so I can't. That wasn't written by me. I'm going to say that I didn't record that as well. Therefore, don't come up here asking stupid questions about what's going to happen. All right. You're asking a stupid question. I was in pain all the way over here to ask you this question, so allow me to ask you a decent question. All right. Alright. You had a lyric, I guess. Yes. 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 Is this because my hollowing triggers by following figures? Take a undersurrender and swallow it like a bottle of alcohol. By oh my goodness, what did you mean? I'm eager. Alright. Like a bottle of alcohol, swallow it. I'm eager. I was in excruciating pain. I'm eager. Yo, please God, just let me make it. I exclaimed. I can't wait. Every day will be like this. I told you that they emailed me all of your lyrics yesterday, so you better be ready every day because I'm going in. You are aware that it's Betty on Instagram. I said, I'll start with this one, after they sent me the entire thing. For those who are hearing this for the first time, let me read it because I follow the numbers. Alright. My trigger, mahalo. Take a nip and swallow it like a bottle of alcohol. That was absurd. I have no idea what tune you're referring to. I don't know. However, what I would say is that it was excellent. That was fantastic. People are curious. People are curious about window shopping in the 50 Cent video. What specifically did you do in that? What did I do? He took you shopping. They claimed that in the video, he picked you up and went shopping with you. They told me that. It's been a long time since I saw a video. I'm not sure. I just allowed you in. What do you mean by this? What exactly are you discussing there? Hold on. I don't really know you. I want to blast you away because of the way you front. Whoa. I hardly know you, someone I assumed I would return with. Why do you make me want to blow up? I feel as though someone told me that. I basically said, you're Cam Newton right now. Right now, you're Cam Newton. I am aware. Alright. I don't believe I was present when I initially gave you a card. I missed it. The radio station wasn't where I was. How are you doing as a card player? I simply wanted to check in. Yes. Alright. I wanted to let you know that I'm fluctuating. I am aware. I am aware of your destination. I am aware. I had to be ready. I don't really know you. I want to blow up because of the way you behave. Whoa. Gigolo.